Hi people, today you may be going through all manners of things. You may feel down, you may feel discouraged, you may feel depressed, you may feel a little bit under the weather. But what I want you to do right now, yeah, is take all that stress, take all that discouragement, take all that distress, yeah, and delete it from your mind. Yes? Try to focus more on joy. You see, joy is like a garment, yeah? You can put it on and you can take it off whenever you feel so. So is happiness, so is love, so are most of the virtues. But do you know that you've got a degree of virtues inside you? You don't have to go and do certain things to tap into them. You know, all you have to do is just start thinking a certain way or starting to accept a certain way. You know, then that which you're feeling that is negative or emotional will start to slowly fade away. You say, how can this be done? You see, I've done it many a times. So I don't really take note of this and I don't really take note of that and I try not to let the negative override the positive way that I feel. So I'm not saying that I don't get upset. I'm not saying that I don't feel a certain way. But I tell myself, why should I feel this way? When there's no reason to feel that way. So you have to constantly flip the script in your favor if you desire to be happy, if you desire to have a good day, you know? Because sometimes you may be lying down in bed in the early hours of the morning and say, you know, I don't feel like getting out today. You know, sometimes you're lying there and you have to tell yourself to get up even though you hear the alarm clock going off. You have to tell yourself to go to the bathroom. You have to tell yourself to get dressed. You know? Listen, everybody goes through days where they don't feel doing like that. Feel doing like, let me get this out. Everybody goes through days when they feel like they don't like doing certain things. But don't let that become your forte. Yeah? There is more to you than you think. Right? You might think, well, you know what? Well, I'm always going to be in this situation. I'm always going to be in that state. I'm always going to be in this predicament. Do you know what? To tell the truth, yeah, you can only be in a certain thing for a certain amount of time according to how you want it to be that way. If you desire it to be that way forever, it will be like that forever till you get up and change it. Things are not going to change by itself. You know? Unless you have the get up and go to rearrange it. How does the caterpillar how does the caterpillar no such thing. How does the caterpillar turn into the butterfly turn into the butterfly turn into the butterfly? Sorry about this, I'm trying to get my words out, yeah? Turn into the butterfly, you know? It alters its mindset. It's saying, do you know what? I know there's got to be a change, you know? So it puts certain things in place to set itself up for that change, that metamorphism, that transformation. It doesn't happen until it puts itself in a certain position. Till it starts thinking things, then he starts implementing certain things. That sets it up for that awesome, amazing change in its life. So if you do really desire to get from one stage to another, there's certain things you've got to put in place, or it's never going to happen. Anybody can have a dream. Anybody can have a vision. But it's just never acted upon. It just becomes a fantasy. or a fictional memory that never comes to birth, never comes to fruition. Now you can say, well, it's easy for you to say this, that, and another. No, it's not easy for me to say. I've had to put certain things in place to get where I wanted to go. And I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth. As I'm streaming to you live right now, yeah, I done it without money. I didn't have no money to accomplish what I did. I was approached by a very high profile figure, world leader, and they said, listen, Mr. Dyer, I believe you can help me do this. At the time, I did not believe I could because I suffered from low self-esteem in certain things. But when this one person started to believe in me, which at the time I didn't even believe in myself. I was just busy doing what I was doing. But when they believed in me so much, they said, listen, this is how I see you. But I didn't see myself as that. So they said to me, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that. And I exceeded their expectation because they didn't know I could go that far. And after that, they just started to spread my name like wildfire. You know? And that's when everybody got to find out who I am. Because I exceeded the level and their expectation. They thought I was going to go only so far. I went further than they could ever imagine. Higher than they could ever imagine. Deeper than they could ever imagine. A lot more further than they could ever imagine. You know? So don't think, well, do you know what? This can only happen for me. Do you know that you got things in you don't even know about? You got abilities in you that you never know about. So have your children. But if you never take the chance to start experimenting and finding what you're good at and what you're not good at, you're never going to know. You know? And let me just tell you something about the human race. The human race are the most powerful beings on the face of this earth. Yeah? Where do you think computers get their knowledge from? They don't get it from space. They don't get it from aliens. They get it from us. Yeah? It came from the human race. Yeah? So even though they say like computers are smarter than mankind, they're not smarter than mankind. Because their knowledge, their understanding and wisdom comes from us. And without our input, they can't be knowledgeable. Yeah? So see your brain, your memory, all right, as the most powerful thing you got within you. Now, if you know how to utilize that in the most awesome manner, it can either draw to you or it can send things far off away from you. You can either bring to you or scatter things around you. Yeah? So listen, use your potential to the full measure of what you have. And let me say this to you. No one person has everything. You might think that person over there is so gifted, they're so talented, they're far more better than me. That's what you think. They're not. Because you'll be gifted in one area, then another person will be gifted in that area, then another person will be gifted in that area. And what you can't do, they can do. And what they can't do, another person can do. So even though it appears that everybody's so highly gifted than another, they can only take it to certain levels, to certain heights, to certain depths. Then another one takes over, then another one takes over, then another one takes over and supersedes it and carries on. So don't you stop there and think, well, no, it's only them. No, it's you too. But you have to take the time to invest in yourself. If you never take the time to invest in yourself, you're never going to know. And if you've got faith like a mustard seed, Who knows, when you plant a mustard seed, it multiplies. It never stays the minute same, it expands. So you can do these things. Nothing is impossible. Yeah? To those that actually believe. You say, well, do you know what? He's such an amazing talker. No, I'm not, because I wasn't always like this. It just dawned on me one day. I just woke up. And that's what I call it. I just woke up. I became awake. I started to realize who I was. And the more I become the more I come to the understanding of who I am, the more I come fuller within myself. Because then the moment you recognize who you are, yeah, you aren't taking validations from each and every single person. Because their validation of you might not add up to who you are. That could only be based upon their opinion, according to the theories that they see of you. But not every theory they see of you are not facts. They're just common theories, according to their own opinions. The facts only come into alignment when it aligns to your destiny and your journey in life. If it does not align, it don't mean nothing. So you keep on walking the walk, doing the talk, and you will get there. Don't give up. Yeah? You're going to meet challenges. You're going to fail sometime. But let me help you to understand something about failure. Failure is not a denial of your success. Yeah? It is the stepping stone to success. Because you've got to learn how to fail and overcome the failure in order to succeed. That's what decides the winners from the true losers. The true losers are those that can never be bothered to try to do anything. They're happy living a life unaccomplished. So they never actually get anywhere. Those that continue to try, slowly, stage by stage, as long as they learn from the lessons they go through. Because everything they go through, they will learn endurance, and out of endurance, they will learn patience. Yeah? Understanding, wisdom, and knowledge will be applied to them over a period of time. So don't throw in the towel. You have enough to do what you need to do. Not everything is about money. When God created the first man and the first woman, he didn't give them the money. He didn't give them money and say, listen, here's some money, go and buy this, go and buy that. No, he didn't. He gave them ability, the power to create things, the power to do things, the power to accomplish that. What was not seen, but they made it seen through their belief and through their confidence and through their willpower. And you have that same ability. So that is my few words to you right now, yeah? Nothing is impossible. You can do whatever you require to do. Just make sure it's true, it's sound, and it's justified. It can't be corrupt and it cannot be wicked. Yeah? Because it will backfire on you. It's like you throw out a boomerang and it comes back and it licks you in your head. If you're going to go the corrupt in a wicked way, it will come back and it will compromise you. If you stay true to who you are, that's what you sent out as your word, okay? It will accomplish the purpose in which you sent it, and it will not return unto you void. But you have to stay true to who you are. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm gone for now. Ciao.